Hi everybody, this is another election prediction from me, and today it's a primary between Kamala Harris and Elizabeth Warren. So Kamala Harris is from the state of California, she is a senator, and Elizabeth Warren is a senator from Massachusetts. So Kamala Harris will win her home state of California by about 311 to 105 delegates, and in Elizabeth Warren's home state of Massachusetts, she would win there roughly by about 72%, 27%. Now, let's get started with some other states. So in Nevada, I think Kamala Harris would win, as well as in Arizona, 46 to 21. Kamala Harris in New Mexico would win there 72 to 8 because a lot of Latinos live in that state. In Texas would be 168 to 60 about. Harris in Louisiana will win 78%, and 23 to 8 in Arkansas, 27 to 9 in Mississippi, and in Alabama 40 to 12. Georgia will be about 85, big win for her, as well as 20 for Warren, and 73% to 26% in Florida. South Carolina, there are 54 delegates, will go about 43 to Harris and 11 for Warren, and 77% of 110 delegates in North Carolina will go for Kamala Harris. Tennessee, Kentucky will go to her by a wide margin, and Virginia would also go to Kamala Harris by a wide margin, I think, as well. So now that's about it. Now Missouri will go for Kamala Harris as well as in a wide margin. So now we're going to fill in some states that I believe that Elizabeth Warren could, potentially win. So Oregon, huge progressive population, would go 40 to 12. Washington would go 61 to 28, another progressive population. And in more rural states like Idaho, would go 16 to 4. Utah, 72 to 8. In Colorado, 74 to 70. And Wyoming would go 11 delegates to 2 delegates. And in Montana, 10 to 6. North Dakota would go 11 to 3. South Dakota is a toss-up. Nebraska, a toss-up. Oklahoma would go for Warren just because she was born in that state. And that's about it. And then we'll come back. Minnesota will go for Warren, not Harris. Wisconsin, about 66% for Warren. Then Indiana probably would stay with Warren. Big progressive population for their Democrats. And in West Virginia, will go for Warren. So that's about it. The rest of the states are considered toss-ups. So in the state of Vermont, that I should probably fill in that for Warren because Bernie Sanders would campaign for, and that could help, as well as the state of New Hampshire and Maine, I believe would stay with Warren. And Connecticut, I think that would also stay with Warren as well, just because of that geographic accuracy. And 72% of New Jersey, 107 delegates, would go for Warren. And in Delaware, that's a toss-up because, Joe Biden would campaign hard for Harris. So I think that could help somewhat. And then in District of Columbia, that would probably go for Harris. And Maryland, I forgot to say, is probably going to be a toss-up. And in Alaska, I'm going to give 10 of their delegates to Elizabeth Warren, probably would stay with her. And so Elizabeth Warren, she can appeal more to liberals in rural parts of the United States, and Kamala Harris more urban. So in that case, Iowa would go for Warren 25 to 16, as well as in Kansas. Again, big rural state, so that would favor Warren, as well as in Nebraska. But South Dakota, that could really go either way. it went for Clinton in 2016. So I'm gonna touch that a little later. So now we have just a few states left to project, and some superdelegates, and a few other states. So, where else can in Michigan? I believe that no, it wouldn't go for Warren. It would go for Kamala Harris just because of African American turnout would be big for Kamala Harris in that state. So I believe it could go 60 to 40%. And the same case in Barack Obama's home state of Illinois, another big African American population in that state. So I believe it would go 77 to 35. And then in South Dakota, I'm going to characterize that for Elizabeth Warren. So as you're starting to see, it's kind of looking like the 2016 primary map a little bit. Just a few slight changes. And yeah, and in Delaware, I don't know if Joe Biden's campaign would help Kamala Harris that much, but I still see it going for Warren, as well as the state of Rhode Island, another state she would most likely pick up. And in Maryland, I see that going for Kamala Harris, another big African American population there, so that would help her. In Ohio, somewhat rural state, I see that going for Elizabeth Warren very narrowly, 69 to 67, just winning over 2 delegates more than Harris to win that state. And in Pennsylvania, Joe Biden's birth home state, that would go for Kamala Harris. So now, New York, I think that could go either way. Kamala Harris can appeal more to urban, so I feel that she would win there, even though it is in the Northeast, and Elizabeth Warren can appeal a little more to voters there. So, where else? Let's do some superdelegates. I think they would probably overwhelmingly go for Kamala Harris by about 70% to 30. About that. 70 to 30. So that puts Kamala Harris over the magic number, making her the Democratic nominee, winning about the same number of delegates Hillary Clinton won. So now we only have the overseas territories and the great state of Hawaii to categorize. And in Hawaii, their 22 delegates would go. Elizabeth Warren is progressive, and that state is progressive. But Kamala Harris is from there. Can more appeal to voters there, but still, I think Warren would carry that state, as well as in American Samoa, 66% for Harris. Democrats abroad, that one for Bernie, and Elizabeth Warren is another Bernie Sanders, so I believe she would win there. And Kamala Harris would win in Guam, Northern Mariana Islands by the same margin, Virgin Islands, and in Puerto Rico, she'd win there overwhelmingly, 76 to 24%. So then, now this is the final map for the primary. Kamala Harris has 2,803 delegates, Elizabeth Warren 1,729, and Kamala Harris has now won the primary, about the same number of what Hillary Clinton received, and this resembles the 2016 map. So thank you guys for watching, and subscribe to my channel. Bye.